Hello, class. We're going to begin with the second half of deafl. We're going to start with storytelling. All cultures typically have some form of storytelling that they share throughout the generations. It's very important for all cultures. It's part of their identity. It creates a connection of the community. Often what's amazing for deaf people is if they have not found their own identity, when they see these stories, they develop a sense of positive identity and esteem. It's empowering, and it impacts deaf people. These are my struggles, so on and so forth, and they make that connection. There is folklore, and there is zapping where we mock the hearing community. Many cultures do that. They have, or within their own cultures, they'll mock themselves. It's called zapping. Deaf gain stories is about what we can do, just like what I've showed you from time to time, that we can sign underwater, we can talk through windows, those types of stories. And also, we do change some English stories into ASL. And Coleman, said, oh, pride is increased. And that's very, very important with the generational storytelling. It's more empowering. It gives the deaf person that sense that they don't need to be oppressed anymore, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you a video. I'm sitting in the car driving along, and we're driving, checking the radio, driving along, bopping to the music. And I noticed something over on the side of the road. It's a hitchhiker. So I turn off the music, I pull over, I look back to the hitchhiker, and the hitchhiker's going, oh, hey, good. Hi, hi. And I look at the hitchhiker, and the hitchhiker goes, I need to get to such and such. And I tell him, oh, I can't hear, but you can join me while I drive down the road. I said, okay. So hitchhiker gets in the car, puts on his seatbelt. All right, all's good. Pull back out onto the road. Turn the music back on, bopping to the music, going down the road. The other person, the hitchhiker's like, oh, okay, loud music. Okay, oh my goodness. Well, I'm driving along, really happy, pressing down the accelerator. We're going faster and faster, and I'm just like going, the driver's like, oh my God, he's starting to be afraid of the speed of the car, how fast the car's going. I'm going, oh, start to slow down. There's lights in my rear view mirror. Uh-oh. And the hitchhiker looks at me, and I says, don't worry. As I pull over, I'm thinking, okay, I look, watch the officer pull up behind me, get out of the car, fix his mustache, come walking up to the side of the car. I'm reassuring my hitchhiker. So I wait till the officer gets the officer, raps on the window. I roll the window down, and I say, hi. And the officer, of course, is starting to talk, as to why he pulled me over. And I said, I can't hear. I can't hear you. And the officer's like, oh, jeez. Okay, you're driving, you're going too fast. You need to slow down. Okay, sure. All right. Officer's all right. Pulls up his tool belt, goes back to his car, and I'm going looking at my passenger. Yeah, see? And the passenger's going, hey, pretty cool. Well, I pull back up out of the road, and I'm going along, but I'm getting sleepy. Setting the nod off, getting sleepy. Passenger's going, hey, hey, hey. Like he says, I can drive. You can sleep while I drive. I'm thinking, hey, cool. So I pull off the side of the road. We switch sides, and I put my seatbelt on, lay my chair back for a nice little nap. And hitchhiker pulls the car out onto the road, turns the music on, doesn't care for that particular music, changes it to another station, driving along. driving along, starting to increase speed, getting, oh, he's really speeding. And then he sees the lights in the rear view mirror. Oh, turns the radio off. I'm still asleep. So he slows down, pulls off to the side of the road. He's going, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So he watches the officer come out, pull up his tool belt, walk up to the side of the car, raps on the window. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? So I roll down the window. I look out, and the officer's going, okay, telling him why he's pulled over. The hitchhiker goes, oh, I can't hear. I can't hear. And the patrolman goes, oh, that's fine. My parents are deaf, and I know sign language. And he's going, he's trying to wake up the owner of the car. Wake up, wake up. This is so funny. This is what, taking advantage of a deaf person trying to get out of a ticket. You know, some officers can use sign language, so that's pretty funny. Okay, so this is a story that has been translated from English, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Knocking on the door. Don't hear anything. Open the door. Look around. Oh, there's porridge. Ooh, that one's too hot. Oh, this one. Another bowl of porridge. I take it. Oh, and I'm taking it. Oh, and I stand up and I'm going looking around again after I've eaten the porridge and I check out the chairs. Ooh, this one's a little hard. Sit in the next one. This one just really is too soft. This one, oh my gosh, it's perfect, absolutely perfect, and it breaks. Oh, I broke it. Oh, oh, I gotta, I gotta go to the restroom. Okay, and I'm starting to worry a little bit. I need to find a place to take a nap. Oh, this mattress is too hard. This one, oh my gosh, is too soft. And this one is just right. And here comes the three bears. Oh my God. They come in and they notice that somebody's been in the house. What's going on? And they look in and they look in and they go up the stairs and grab the blanket. So, do you notice something about that? So, they played with signs. They did the A to Z sign and the 1 to 10 signs in their storytelling. In ASL, we play with English in their stories, right? And then also in ASL, we play with our signs in our stories. So this is another story in relation to experience at church. So my sister and I were just thrilled to be with our aunt. So kids, go have fun. We're going to have fun. So we got in the car. We're messing around in the car. And we're watching the buildings go by. And then my aunt pulls over and said us to come out. And when we went into this building, opened these big doors. And first the two of us start running in. My aunt says, no, 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 you have to stay with us. So I said, okay, so you have to stay with me, as my siblings were smiling. And I saw all these people and I'm going like, who are all these people going by, up to the altar. They were going down the aisle, going up the altar. My aunt's going, no, don't worry about it. So we're going to sit in the front. I'm going, oh, okay, we're going to sit in the front. I'm like, all right, looking around, seeing what's going on. People in wheelchairs up there in front. like something physically wrong with them. My aunt, I'm going to my aunt. My aunt says, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." So I'm swinging my legs in the pew, and I'm swinging my. My aunt says, "Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet." So the preacher comes up and starts speaking into the mic and doing their sermon. Of course, I don't understand a thing he's saying. And then as he's talking, he's reaching his hand out, and I'm looking, and he places his hand on the person in the wheelchair, right? And I'm like, what's going on? What's he doing? And I'm looking around. My aunt goes, "Oh, don't worry." And I'm looking, and I'm thinking, oh, and he's talking, and he's putting his hand on the person in the wheelchair, and I'm like, oh, what is going on here? So he's going down the row, coming closer and closer to me, and he's laying hands on everybody. And he starts coming up to me, and I'm going like, it's like slow motion. It looked like slow motion with his hand coming into my face. And I'm trying to fight him. I'm trying to bite him. I don't want him touching me with his hand. And he's talking with his mic, and he's still trying to touch me with his hand. And I'm fighting back. And my sisters back there are laughing. And I'm fighting with this guy, not to touch me. And so, anyway, I'm mad now. My sisters are laughing, and my aunt takes me out to the car, and my sisters are laughing, and my aunt is just mad, and she is just furious, and my sisters are laughing and all this kind of stuff. And I says, "Oh," they come back to the family, and she says, "What's wrong?" And he says, "Oh, she created a fuss and everything else." I says, "Mom, the funniest thing happened to me," and I'm telling him what my mom's going, "Oh." And she looks at my aunt, crosses, she's mad at my aunt. Oh, my aunt says, "Well, I just thought, she fought with that preacher and all that." I says, "This is my daughter. Why would you be doing these things without asking me first?" And my mom was mad. She actually smacked my aunt in the face. It was like slow motion, the whole thing, the smack. It was just like, to me, watching the whole thing was like in slow motion. And I'm thinking in my mind, haha. So you see what can happen, and this really does happen. These are a lot of church stories in the deaf community about this occurring to them. I says, I go to the store and people come talk to me, and they'll go, "Oh, bless you, God bless you." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, okay, okay." I understand that some people are very, very religious, but sometimes they use that as a tool to oppress as well, and it can become a little annoying. We are respectful of their beliefs, but at the same time, it can be a bit annoying. Okay, this is a little bit what I call zapping. Want to emphasize it's not to be meant to be offensive. It's our way of doing things. As an oppressed group, we tend to zap or mock a little bit. So you can get an idea of what deaf people can do to inspire ourselves or bring humor into our lives. Hearing, hearing, yes, hearing, hearing. So that type of mocking has a lot to do with opportunities of a higher place, such as deaf education, deaf organizations, and sometimes hearing people take those positions. And some people, that's fine. A hearing person is qualified for those positions, even though they don't know sign language, don't know anything about deaf culture, because it's just kind of ironic. So we should encourage deaf people to climb the ladder because they know what's best for the deaf community. So poetry and song, we really have two types. Sometimes it's translated from the English version and signed, which can be challenging because ASL and English are very distinctly different languages. But back in the 1970s, we started playing with signs, repetition, patterns, location, movement, hand orientation, hand shapes, and creating special signs for the poem. Handshake repetition is the most popular. We have handshake poetry, ABCs, one, two, three, the word stories such as golf. So here is golf. So there's a play with the word golf, the letters in golf. And our music tends to be in a 2-3 beat. It's culturally the rhythm, Gallaudet music, the bison song is a 2-3 rhythm. So I'm going to show that to you to get an idea. There is a lot of revision and evolution with the change of signs and hand shapes. And, we've got hip hop and all these different type of genre. So, and that's really growing right now, very popular within the deaf community as far as poems and songs. So the Jabberwocky, was written by Lewis Carroll in English. And, of course, it's a very strange poem, the words that he used. So watch this video. So Eric Molskon, he looked at the English version and he created his own signs to sign the poem. The interpreter is not going to be able to interpret this piece. It's very challenging in itself, but you can read the poem and you'll have an idea of what he is signing. See, very creative in his use of signs. Really a play on sign language in the form of ASL. He did a wonderful job in his interpretation. Okay, so in the book, Tom talked about his examples of stories with sign play. So there's two people that meet each other and they look at each other and oh, they look away. It's awkward, very awkward. So a little flirtatious. The other person flirts back. The heart beats. A little bit of a cold sweat. And they're gazing at each other, admiring each other. Do you like me? Yeah, yes. I like you, yes. Oh, perfect. Perfect. And now we're sweethearts. So that was a 1 through 10 story. So here's one more. Deaf, hearing. They come together. Whoops. Hey, 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 you're ugly. You're ugly. And they walk away. They stew about it. They wonder. They think about it. So they come back again. They start to talk to each other, start to discuss, come to a mutual understanding, and now they become friends and they walk away together. Okay, so he used that handshake number one all the way through the story. This story, okay, so she has her own rendition of the lion. Okay, this is a 1 through 10 story about the lion. Lion's walking along, licking his chops. All of a sudden, he hears something running. So he starts running and he catches the prey as the prey falls. And the lion's like, oh, this is really delicious. He looks around, takes a bite out of his prey, and ASL nap. Yeah, it's pretty good that she did that story. First comes along, jumps, starts shooting, person getting hit with bullets, falls to his back, his eyes become dazed, and his heartbeat flows. Yeah, Justin, yeah, this is like the hottest story, you know. So he's done the 1 through 10. So this was a 1 through 10 story. So it was pretty amazing how he told the story. So this is Gallaudet about their experience, how we tell the story about our experiences and relationship to our attending Gallaudet. Gallaudet was established, big buildings, and they kept building so many buildings. So Gallaudet history. So you look through the journals and the books and you look back at the history of Gallaudet and you can laugh. Math, learning how to learn math. And so then, of course, party time, and we drink our shots and realize, oh my gosh, we're really taking some hard knocks with that. Get up and look around. And do we worry? No, the time is now. And as we walk on, so Gallaudet, as far as a deaf university, many of the deaf truly, truly cherish the rich heritage because they have complete access. Everybody's deaf, everybody uses sign language, and it's just an amazing campus. Okay, so this is the haunted house on Frankenstein, and this is an alphabet uh, story. And I have good memories of this story because I remember seeing this story when I was little and as a student. We would used to create haunted house stories and play with the alphabet. And I remember that. I have great memories of that in my childhood. With terror, I walk along and open the door, and I hear the scream, eek, and there's like a monster there. It's not very funny. And I see I got a cigar, trying to, share the cigar. He smoked the cigar. I said, I need to take off right now while he's smoking the cigar. So open the skull, put in a brain, put nodes on the side of the neck, connect wires, plug in the wires, turn the dials. Electricity runs through, and he shivers. He wakes up, and he gets up, and The guy is so Dr. Frankenstein is so afraid he runs away. So these stories are great with children, and it's also great for them to play with the alphabet in creating these stories. Okay, so this is, remember when I was talking about the president song, the bison song, two-thirds beat? So you can check this video out on your own if you want to watch it all the way through. I'm just going to pick some quick snippets. This is from like generations before up until now. So it's different generations of people who attended Gallaudet. We all know the president's song, and it goes on and on and on. So the other one is very short. Okay. Hi to the brave President Bison. Hello to the boys with spirit. Hello, hello. Gallaudet and the best. Hello. Yeah, fight. Bisons, fight. And continue on the spirit. Hello, hello. Gallaudet team is forever. This is a team that we are and we go through. That one, that was kind of a short Bison song. But when you go out then to everybody, here's another one. Here's another version. Spirit, spirit, Gallaudet, flag, colors, what, as far as the colors of the bison. Notice the rhythm. It's a 2/3 rhythm. And here's the other bison song, the Brave Bisons. Again, still the 2/3 rhythm. Yes, this is bisons. This is ours. Our colors. We're proud. Yeah, bisons. Again, the 2/3 beat. Here we go. Here we go. Hi, I'm so and so. Okay, so they typically have three signs and the drum. They always have a drum to keep the rhythm. In the beginning, they were signing and there was no drums at first. But as it went through the generations and as they got into more of the cheerleading aspect, and every new team that comes in, they keep changing it and how they do it throughout the years, and which has been very cool. This is poetry in sign language. This is a very old one. We have the field of flowers moving in the wind. And the person comes, oh my God, dandelions, pulls them out, mows over them. Now everything's all level. Rain comes, the sun comes out day after day, and the dandelion grows again, comes out, grows big, has beautiful flowers, moving in the wind. Then it becomes a field of these dandelions. And night after night, they come up and they bloom and they bloom and they get more and more out in the fields. And they just move to the wind. As they move to the wind, then the man comes back. Oh, again? You're there again? And as the dandelions move, the guy comes back, pulls them out, and they are blown away into the wind. So you see there the story behind that, and we're talking really it's about deaf people. Deaf people have always tried to thrive and grow, and there's always things that happen to stop them from thriving. And same thing of them trying to stop American Sign Language, but American Sign Language continue to strive. So it's, so that was made around the 70s, but it was talk about how they tried to eradicate American Sign Language and that it just kept coming back and thriving. iMusic Uh, this is, we as deaf view this as music. And then watch this, and I'll talk about this afterwards. This is music, the music sheets with all the music symbols. Look at all the music sheets as they go by, and you hear the sounds. It's not necessary. You've got the piano, you've got the flute, and you have them playing the flute and the piano following the sheet music. You have the little drums and the cymbals going. And as the music moves, sounds move out, you can hear that music like waves, sound waves moving out and further out. And then the music settles. Wow, it's inspiring as you watch the music. And what is it about the music? So, did you figure that out? It's like the telephone line. So, remember, she was talking about telephone lines, not music, right? I've traveled all over the Americas, and my mother, we both live in California, so we go and we travel. We do road trips to visit our family back on the coast. And you watch the telephone lines, and I never ever thought that the telephone lines to us is the same as music, right? So I don't know if hearing people do the same thing, but that's what we do. That's our version of music, is what we see. This is a science story, uh, the evolution of technology and communication, which is pretty cool. Everybody talking, and as we sit, So it's talking about the evolution of communication way back when we didn't have anything, and then we had the TTY, which we couldn't was not portable, you know, and also we had to have a good sense of the English language when using the TTY. And then it has evolved. Now we can actually sign into a mobile phone. So you can see through this story the evolution that has occurred to the deaf community throughout history. So I want to show you this. Okay, so I want suggest that you watch this on your own, that I'm ordered to talk so you can actually get the sound of the gentleman speaking and get a better idea of this particular video clip. This particular poem talks about the power of sign language for those that have grown up and learned. He learned through his journey, didn't learn sign until he was much older. So we talked about his journey. Okay, so they're sharing their experiences as a deaf person and how they have their own identity. The heartbeat, the heartbeat, the heartbeats. Everybody is speaking. I'm in a bubble of everybody speaking. It's overwhelming. Left and right, everybody talking, criticism from everybody, barriers, confusion. My heart is breaking. I'm trying to speak and I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. My esteem is lowered. I feel alone. I feel alone. And then I see the heartbeats, the heartbeats. And as the heartbeats, the confusion is less. So talking voices, I'm unsure. I'm looking for that heartbeat, way to communicate that heartbeat. I'm deaf. My heart beats. My heart beats. Being able to talk, being able to talk is lacking. I'm ignored. Communities and communities. I'm attracted to somebody with the same heartbeat. We connect. We connect. Our heartbeats are the same. My esteem grows. Love you all. Thank you for watching. See, that really gets to me. So we're going to be showing videos in relation to humor. Of course, every culture has their own sense of humor and fun. So there are four types of humor. Deaf experience humor. The other is deaf culture humor. The third is ACL play on words humor. And then there's the dirty joke. So I'll show you some. So as a deaf person, I'm driving along. I'm getting hungry. My stomach is just growling, trying to find a place to eat. I see a place. Oh, I always eat at that place. I want something different. And then he says, "Oh, there's a new restaurant. Oh, Burger King. Okay, why don't I try that out? I have this great vision of a big, giant Whopper and, creating a crown and a throne, and people will look and admire me for eating this burger. Okay, so, oh, my stomach's growling again. So I pull in. Oh, and they've got everything's all new and shiny, and the glass you can look through, and there is a long line of people inside. So they're moving very slowly. I'm thinking, oh, of course, they're a new place. I don't want to stand in line. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh, you can order to go through the car. There's no cars. So I pull in, and there's a big menu, as far as the different menus. And I'm looking, okay, I'm choosing what I want to eat, what I want to drink. But there's a speaker down there, and I'm going, oh, it's a hearing thing. It's a hearing thing. What do I do with that? So for fun, I start talking into it. All right, okay. So I'm thinking I'm making my order. I get up to the window, and of course, this person, she opens up, and it's a computer order, and there's no clear words on it whatsoever. They've got a new screen, and I says, oh my gosh, nothing makes sense. And they talk through the mic. What do you need? I says, well, I can't hear. Oh, you can't hear? Okay, hold on just one moment. All right, blah, blah, blah. Keeps talking, and I'm like, wait a minute. I can't hear at all. Oh, no? Looks at the mic. Oh, okay, hold on just one moment. She takes the mic apart and starts speaking into the mic and asking me if I can hear. And I'm going like, wait a minute. I cannot hear. Oh, you can't hear. Oh, hold on just a moment. So she turns the dial, makes it a little louder, and starts talking, and I mean loud. And I'm like, oh my gosh. All right. No, I cannot hear. Stop. Oh, you can't hear? Huh. All right. So really turns the volume all the way up, dials it up. Okay. And starts speaking into the mic again. Hello. And the windows just move and bounce and shatter and crack. And, I'm going, oh my God, it's just so loud. It actually even crossed my eyeballs, just the percussion from the sound. And the person was like on the mic going, can you hear me now? And I'm like, oh, what? No, I'm deaf. Don't you get it? I'm deaf. Oh, the manager comes in angry, all red-faced and angry, really loses his mind, comes walking in. She comes walking in, and the pretty girl at the window goes, he says, what the heck are you doing? You got cars all lined up, it's honking, and it's taking too much time. She says, well, I don't know. It's broken, and the person can't hear me. The person, I don't know what to do. It's not broken. Hold on just a moment. What do you want? Oh, I can't hear. I'm deaf. Oh, you're deaf. And tells the employee, hold on. Okay, I apologize. I have deaf parents. I'm sorry for the lack of communication. You'll get some free food. What would you like? Oh, thank you. A burger and fries, and this is what I want. Sure, no worries. Hurry up, get the order out to you. Again, I apologize. Please come back again. Thank you. And I drive out. He balls out the employee. It's a deaf person. Don't you understand about deaf people? And goes back in the office. And so the next one, the girl goes to the next person and says, hi, turns the mic back on and calms herself down. But what did she forget to fix? The volume. Again, she had the volume all the way up. And the person in the car was like, oh my God, crossing the eyes, ears are ringing. And the poor gal goes, uh-oh, and walks away. That's funny, right? That's pretty funny. Yeah, drive-throughs. You may have heard stories about these drive-throughs. Typically, a deaf person, they don't get served, which is very sad. So that's pretty funny. Huh. All right, moving on. So this is Deaf King Kong. It is one of the older stories that I heard growing up. And what they do, they have different versions. Different people show the stories differently. So we're going to watch her version. So King Kong was deaf, and it happened on a hot summer day. We went to the beach. Oh, so a lot of people went to the beach, laying out in the sun. Oh, crowds of people. And they're just having fun on the beach. And they spot King Kong coming towards them. King Kong coming towards them. And he shows up and he's angry. And, and a lot of people, they start to scatter in fear. They run and they're scattered. They're afraid. Everybody's screaming and running away as King Kong comes onto the beach. And he sees one beautiful blonde, shapely woman still laying out in the sun. Beautiful blonde, shapely, laying out in the sun. And he goes to that blonde, and the blonde starts running, and he picks the blonde up, and the blonde's going, oh, hey, yay, wait, all confused, totally confused. And King Kong goes, you're beautiful. And the blonde's like going, what? What? Oh, you're cute. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh my gosh. Hello. You're beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. And she's like looking like, uh-huh, uh-huh. Ah, she, flirts back. Oh, she flirts back. She says, thank you. I want to marry you. I want to marry. Uh-oh. I want to marry you and I. We get married. Oh, okay. Oh, oh. CPR, CPR. Okay, so he smashed him by saying wanting to marry. So it's so funny, and it's one of the older stories, and I think one of the best stories that tends to be told. Very popular. So remember, I talked about sign play. So here's Thomas. So the book does talk about sign play. When you get creative with your signing. For example, the word understand is this way, right? But as a joke, you can do this as understand, like you barely understand. Understand, like you really majorly understand, don't have to repeat it again. I got it, I got it. So there's a lot of humor with that. with signs, we can show a big range just with one sign and within our sign play. Okay, so we are done with this chapter. Yay. So that I am offering a bonus, and so I'll leave that open under discussion on Canvas. If you post a created story from the numbers 1 through 5, like, that using, or, create a story that way and post it, I will give you 5 bonus points. And if anybody sees that and makes a peer comment, each person that makes a comment will gain 1 point. So hopefully you'll enjoy doing that, and it should be fun. For your presentation, I will give you a new date, and I will contact you soon on that. I want you to send a video of each slide with you speaking over it or signing, and send me the video, for showing all your PowerPoint slides through Google Drive. Share that with me, and I will share it with the interpreter, and the interpreter will add a voice to it. And if you sign, that's fine. Then I will add captioning to it so that we all can enjoy it. So I need to receive it about 3 days before your due date so that I have time for the interpreters to do their job with it. Okay? If you do have any questions, just go ahead and contact me. Now, let's talk about group discussions. Please make sure that you're going into the right groups. I've already set up your groups on Canvas. Once you go into your own group, the team lead will share their questions that everybody will discuss, and I may check in with you. Thank you, and have a great rest of your week.